It is my final Steelers mock draft of the 2024 NFL draft season. It is our 9th 7-round mock draft here on the channel. So thank you to everybody that's watched all 9 of our mock drafts. But tomorrow, the Steelers will take hopefully somebody in the first round to kind of bolster this roster with Russell Wilson, with all the players that they got on defense. This is a team that I think is ready to win now, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do at pick number 20. So coming up here, I got my picks, my final picks, but make sure you guys click that subscribe button right now to never miss a pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to have extensive breaking news coverage for you guys for free here on the channel every time the Steelers make a draft pick, all right? So if you want instant scouting reports, all this different stuff, and you want to know these guys as they get drafted as the next class of the Pittsburgh Steelers rookie class here, make sure you click that subscribe button to never miss a pick. So first, let's start with a trade, okay? Because I can't guarantee you that the Steelers are going to trade up or down or stay put, but I think it would be a good idea for the Steelers to trade down with the Dallas Cowboys. And it's not pick number 37, all right? So this is something we discussed earlier. I think it's pick number 57. So keep that in mind, guys. You get a 3rd-round pick from Dallas, you get a 5th-round pick from Dallas, and you only move down 4 spots, which I think would allow the Pittsburgh Steelers to still take an offensive lineman, and you pick up a couple of additional picks here to really help themselves out and really round out this draft class to help this team win, not only now, but also in the future. Now, let me know down there in the comment section and predict it. What will Pittsburgh do round 1 of the 2024 NFL draft? Type U if you think they're going to trade up. Type S if you think they're going to stay put. Or type D if you think they're going to trade down. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question. So let's start with who I think is probably going to be there at number 24. I think it's going to be Amarius Mims, offensive tackle out of Georgia. Now, I know some people are really scared off by the injuries that he had last year, mixed with the fact that he only has 7 college starts. But based on what I've seen on his film, those 7 starts, which, by the way, 2 of them were in the college football playoff, he was dominant. He has excellent athleticism on the edge to handle the speed. He's got the size to handle the bull rush. He's got the technique both with his footwork and his hand placement, and he's a mauling run blocker, man. I am a big believer in Amarius Mims, and we know the Steelers love these Georgia tackles. They just traded up for Broderick Jones just last year to go out and get a guy from this program, which is a winning program. So I absolutely believe in Amarius Mims as the starting right tackle of the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into week 1 of the 2024 season. Move Broderick Jones back over to the left side. I think he's going to be absolutely fantastic. And if he's here at number 24, that is probably the guy I'm pulling the trigger for. So coming up here, rounds 2 through 7 in my final Steelers mock draft to share with you guys. Some very interesting picks coming your way here in just a couple of seconds. But before we get into that, I want to talk about today's sponsor at Game Time. Big shout out to Game Time for being the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for the sports, music, comedy, and theater in your area. PNC Park for the Pittsburgh Pirates has been voted the #1 ballpark in America. And right now the Pirates are playing their best baseball that they've had in probably decades at this point. All right, so if you want to see the Pirates play some winning baseball at PNC, you can do that right now with our friends at Game Time, where they have the lowest price guarantee, so you don't have to shop around on all these different ticketing apps. We know how annoying and time-consuming that can be. With Game Time, it's guaranteed, so you don't have to worry about it. And if you're like me and you like to wait till the last minute to get tickets, Game Time rewards you by giving you guys flash deals right before game time, so you get even lower ticket prices the closer you get to the event. Game Time is the fastest growing ticketing app in the United States of America for a reason, and is the only ticketing app on the market today that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. See the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive at the stadium, the arena, the concert venue, whatever the case may be. And tickets are also sent directly to your phone. Another great feature, instead of your email, which just adds another level of consistency and user-friendliness to their platform. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS. That's one word, all caps, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. So I've been kind of riding the Ricky Pearsall train for quite a while now. I just think he's an awesome fit for what the Pittsburgh Steelers want out of a number 2 wide receiver. Right? You just lost an elite route runner in Deontay Johnson, trading him away for Dante Jackson and, pick swap for the Carolina Panthers. You need a number 2 receiver. Van Jefferson is not going to get that done. Calvin Austin III, not going to get that done. Ricky Pearsall dominated the Senior Bowl this year. Super crisp route runner, a great short area quickness, good 40 time this year, and he's a dog as a run blocker. Can play on the outside and on the inside. He brings the whole package for what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking for in their number 2 receiver. He's a good enough route runner to take Deontay Johnson's spot as the true route running threat in this offense. And he's got really reliable hands, which is something that, of course, all receivers need to have in the National Football League. I'm a big fan of Pearsall. I think he's going to fit right in with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if he's here at number 51, I think he has a good chance of wearing black and gold next year. Then we get into round 3, and I'm going to take a guard here. Mason McCormick out of South Dakota State, one of the best guards in this year's class. I have a round 2 grade on McCormick, so if you're getting him in round 3, that's an absolute steal. And listen, man, because you have James Daniels and you got some players that can move to center if need be, Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin don't have to feel pigeonholed to take a center that doesn't fit with their system. And right now you can get a guy in Mason McCormick who's got excellent athleticism to play the wide zone run scheme. He's got great play strength and a really good anchor to protect against the bull rush from interior pass rushers, and he plays with great awareness. So I think he's ready to play right away, and James Daniels was arguably the top center in his class coming out a few years back. I think you can move him right back to center, and I think that he could be excellent in that role for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we get into pick number 87 here. This is from the Dallas Cowboys here. Renardo Green from Florida State. I think is an absolutely fantastic man coverage corner. All right, he played more press man than any other corner in college football these past 2 years, and he's the only guy on film that I've really seen stick with Malik Nabers, who is going to be a top 5 pick this year, consistently throughout an entire game. Malik Nabers is a disgusting route runner. Okay, he's excellent at that. Renardo Green kept up with him for an entire game. That's somebody that I think can play right away in the league on the outside. He's a little bit smaller, a little bit slender, needs to put on a little bit of poundage, but I believe Renardo Green could be an elite number 2 corner next to Joey Porter Jr.'s elite number 1 status as a lockdown number 1 corner in this league. Then also in round 3, we'll go a double dip on the defensive backs here. Tyke Smith out of Georgia, our second Georgia Bulldog in this mock draft. Tyke Smith is my number 1 safety in this class, guys. He's fantastic. He's got 4.4 speed, so you can put him at free safety if you want. He's got a big enough frame to play in the box, and he's also excellent as a slot defender, which is exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers need right now on their defense. You got Dante Jackson on the outside. You've got Joey Porter Jr. on the outside. Now you need somebody on the inside to really lock down the nickel, and we know how much Mike Tomlin loves the nickel cornerback position. Tyke Smith was the best nickel defender in college football in 2023. I think you plug him right into that role. He's got the versatility to play other spots if there's injuries. I think that this is an absolute steal here at pick number 98 if Smith is still available. So before we get into day 3 picks here, I got some interesting sleepers for you guys to keep your eyes on. Make sure you click that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. If you're as pumped up for the 2024 NFL Draft as I am and we are here at Chat Sports, really do appreciate all of your support. Then at pick 119, Mason Smith. When you look at Mason Smith on film, the physical body type looks like Chris Jones from Kansas City. All right, so that is arguably the best defensive tackle in football, and he moves like him too. Now, the technical refinement definitely needs to get a lot better. The tape is definitely shaky for Smith his last year there at LSU, but he's got the physical tools that you look for. We know how much Mike Tomlin cherishes those physical tools, specifically along the trenches. So Mason Smith has been getting a lot of attention from the Steelers this year. They've been really keeping a close eye on him. And if he makes it here to 119, and I think there's a chance he does, I think he's going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Then we get to pick number 174 in round 5. I'm going to go Cedric Gray, one of my favorite sleepers in this class at inside linebacker. He currently ranks 4th on my list of inside linebacker players in this year's class. I think that I have a round 4 grade on him. So I really like Gray. I think he's a future starter in this league. And if you're getting a guy here where you don't know if Cole Holcomb is going to be able to be back 100% next year. I think Cedric Gray is somebody that did NFL linebacker type things in college, which you don't see every day. He's got a really good physical profile. I don't get what's not to like about Cedric Gray. I think he's a fantastic prospect. And if he falls here to 174, I think the Steelers should take him. Then at 178, another pick from the Dallas Cowboys here. I'm going to take Jalen Coker, wide receiver out of Holy Cross. I love Coker's game. He's big, 6'3". So, he's got the size that you look for to be a really good run-blocking type wide receiver, but he's also got the quicks and the long speed to really survive as a potential starter in the National Football League here with some development. And I think that's what you're bringing him here to do. In future years, you're probably hoping Coker can become a legitimate starter for your offense moving forward. And then a final pick here in my mock, Christian Boyd out of UNI. I've been in love with Boyd ever since I first laid eyes on him at the Shrine Bowl practices here in Frisco, Texas. Absolutely dominated some of the best interior offensive linemen in the country. And I think people are sleeping on him because he went to UNI, right, Northern Iowa, all these different things. But he's a physical freak. He plays with really heavy hands. And I think if you're looking for somebody to put on the other side of Keanu Benson when Cam Hayward eventually leaves, I think Christian Boyd is one hell of a player and can develop into a bona fide starter at a 6th-round value. I think this is the ultimate sleeper pick. Now, here's my final mock draft haul for your Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me know what you're thinking down there in the comments section. I got Amarius Mims in round 1, Ricky Pearsall in round 2, Mason McCormick, Renardo Green here in round 3, Mason Smith, and then we also got Tyke Smith. I forgot Tyke Smith out of Georgia, also in round 3. Mason Smith from LSU, Cedric Gray out of North Carolina, Jalen Coker from Holy Cross, and then Christian Boyd. So just keep in mind, Tyke Smith out of Georgia is also on this list. So grade it for me, A, B, C, D, or F down there in the comments section. And if you want more NFL draft content from me on my Twitter or Instagram, I'm at Jack_Sperry and at SpareDog.football on Instagram. Really do appreciate your support. And make sure you guys click that subscribe button for our Chat Sports main YouTube channel, because me and Tom Downey, we're going to be doing our live coverage of the NFL Draft for Chat Sports here over the next several days. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be covering every single pick live here on YouTube. So if you want extensive coverage of these picks when they happen here on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button and join Tom Downey and I tomorrow night for the start of the 2024 NFL Draft. Make sure you click that subscribe button to this channel as well if you haven't already. Really do appreciate all of your support. And until next time, here we go, Steelers.